Hey there, Norman here for WoCode, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mortgage Calculator widget. This widget displays a powerful mortgage payment calculator that's perfect for a real estate site or brochure-style site design to attract home buyers. This turnkey solution is highly responsive with calculations done in real time and offers intuitive controls like sliders and clickable percentage selectors. So let's head into the builder and get started. Here in the builder, we have our heights template, which is our real estate template. This template has been updated to include the mortgage calculator. So if you create a new site using the heights template after the release of this video, your site will automatically have the widget installed and styled. However, for demonstration and training purposes, and because this template is the perfect candidate for this widget, I'll be updating it to show you how to set up and use the mortgage calculator. And by the way, I'm filming this at a little higher resolution than normal, so you can see the entire mortgage calculator more easily on the screen. But you may notice that the side menu buttons are a little smaller at this particular resolution. With that out of the way, let's get started by scrolling on down just below the featured property section, and let's add a new row. Within that row, let's add an H1 text widget. And within that, let's add mortgage calculator. And let's add just below that an H3 widget. And I've got some text that I want to copy and paste right into that field. And we can go ahead and remove the bold off of that text. Perfect. Now with the row and text, we can then open up our widgets panel and grab the mortgage calculator and drop that right below the text within that same row. Immediately, we are greeted with a beautiful widget. Now let's jump into the widget and take a look at how to set it up. Here in the options panel, we have everything that we need to set up and tune the calculator to fit our specific needs. There are quite a few options available and more than I can touch on in this one video. So for a full breakdown of what each option does, I definitely recommend taking a look at our training doc for this widget. That said, there are a few options that I did want to touch on. The first one being the first option in the widget, which is the unique ID field. This field should be updated when multiple mortgage calculator widgets are used on the same page. One trick we like to use is to enter a new non-default unique ID in the first widget before adding the second widget. This way, neither widget is ever sharing the same unique ID. The next option that I wanted to touch on is if we scroll down, we can locate the enable property tax and home insurance toggles. These two toggles, when enabled, will add two fields into the mortgage calculator for calculating property tax and home insurance. If we toggle this on, we can see now that we have the new field added for the property tax. And if we toggle the home insurance option on, we can see now that we have a home insurance field added as well. We can go ahead and disable those. And that brings us to the next option I wanted to touch on, which is the currency symbol. By default, this widget uses the dollar symbol. However, you can use this field to change the symbol to whichever currency you need. Next, we have the title, header, and footer labels. This tab contains the text fields for adding a title, header, and footer to the calculator. For this example, I want to take some text that I have already pre-copied and paste that right into our header content. And we can see here that immediately it adds that text right here into our header. And we can do the same for the footer if we wanted to as well. And we can see here that it has added that to the footer. For this example, however, I will go ahead and remove that footer content. And let's move on down to the final options, the parameter labels. In here, you could change the label for every parameter of the widget. We'll leave the rest of the default values in the content tab as they are. And with that, let's head over into the design tab and take a look at how to style this widget. Here in the design tab, we have quite a number of options available, most of which are related to the text styling and padding and are pretty self-explanatory. However, there were a few that I did want to go over specifically. The first one being within the widget title styling panel. And if we scroll down to the title background section and locate the background color option. This is where you can change the background color for the title field. And by default, it will be this nice red. However, let's change this to be the light brown color used across the template. Perfect. Next, I want to head into the monthly payment styling options. And I want to scroll down and locate the background color option for this as well. This is where you will change the background color for the monthly payment field. And again, this is that nice red color by default, but let's change it to that light brown color that we've used before. Perfect. And last, let's jump into the parameter styling options. And let's scroll down until we find the slider accent color, which is going to be located all the way down here. This is where you will change the color on the loan term slider. As before, let's swap this out for that light brown. And we can see now our slider is that nice light brown and it matches the rest of the theme of the template. And if we close all this out, this looks great. So let's go ahead and grab that preview URL. Let's hop over into a new tab. And if we scroll down, we can see our mortgage calculator sitting beautifully on the site. And if we enter some information into the calculator, $300,000, let's do a $50,000 down payment, and let's do a loan term of 40 years with an interest rate of 2. And we can see that it automatically updates accordingly to provide the corresponding mortgage information. Also, once again, be sure to check out our heights template. At the time of the release of this video, the template will have been updated to already include this mortgage calculator pre-styled and ready to go. That said, my name is Norman Durkee, and you've been rocking with the best website builder platform on the planet, wocode.com. And until next time, and as always, if you have any questions, please reach out to support. We're always here to help.